Yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, you kind of seen him, all year. So, kind of past that, this is game 12. So, just go play the game, and I've wished him well in all of them, but this one.
Coach, T. Higgins didn't make the Blitnikoff list. Of course, he hasn't played in many fourth quarters this season, and you spread the ball around a lot. But it seems like none of your players really get caught up in stats or individual awards from Trevor Lawrence and the Heisman right on down. Is that something you recruit, or is that something that kind of rubs off from the culture that you
I just think that's our culture. I really do. You recruit that too. I mean, you recruit, guys that fit the culture. But yeah, I mean, I know Travis Etienne didn't make the final. I mean, if there's a running back award and Travis Etienne isn't in the finals of it, I mean, what a joke. I mean, really, this guy's. But you just wait and see who gets drafted first. He's in the type of career he's going to have. I mean, it's unbelievable. I think Travis is like 0.2 yards off the all-time in the history of college football yards per carry for a career. And he leads the country in yards per carry. He's got 65 less carries than everybody else who's in their top up there, 65. So that's like 4 games of carries for Travis. Can you imagine what he'd do with 4, get more games? I don't know what the leader is, but he'd be over that. This guy's off the chart special. And so, I mean, but it just is what it is. I mean, he's the best back in the country. Trevor Lawrence didn't make first-team All-ACC last year. I'm not sure who did, but I know Trevor didn't. So how'd that work out for Trevor? He did all right. He went on to win a national championship, and I think at the end of the day, that's what matters to these guys. We don't get caught up in all the individual stuff. I was just at a conversation. I don't even know if it's out, but I did an interview the other day. Can I say it or no? I have a particular player that I think is going to be. Should I not say that? I'll say it later. Check back with me on that. I won't steal the thunder. But yeah, some of these award things, they just kind of make me scratch my head. But anyway, who was T. Higgins? I mean, he's as good as we've ever had, and an awesome, even better young man. And he all he wants to do is win. There's a better receiver out there than him. Hey, everybody's got an opinion, but I'm taking T. And when that draft rolls around, you'll see him line up, take him too. He's special.
Do you have any opinion on the timing of when these awards are voted on, like the Heisman, whether especially in a playoff era they should be perhaps the actual season?
I mean, don't y'all think Deshaun Watson should have won a Heisman? I mean, come on. He was by far the best player in the country, and he proved it, earned it on the field. But so I think if you probably waited till after the season and made a vote on it, it'd been pretty obvious. But half these people that vote don't even watch the games; they just look at stat lines or they look at this. And I mean, Travis Etienne's had 4 carries in fourth quarter in 11 games. So I mean, it's just. But if you really know what you're looking at, I mean, it's just it's incredible. How some of those things are decided and all that stuff. But Trevor, is he on any awards? I don't even know if he's up for any awards. He's had. I don't even know if he'll make first team All ACC this year. He's.
Davey O'Brien.
Is he a Davey O'Brien guy? All right, maybe. Not a finalist. Didn't make it. Didn't make the cut. We ain't worried about no awards. The only ones we want is every game from here on out, they hand a trophy out after the game for the rest of our way, and that's what our guys are focused on. Anything else that comes with it, great, but nobody's distracted by that.
Going back to rivalries, is that part of what makes college football great? You look at the Big 12, Texas A&M don't play each other anymore. Are you concerned just on a broader level about the rivalries going away in the future? Do you think they're going to stay for years and years to come?
I cannot say that I'm concerned at all. I got too many other things to be concerned about. I don't really sit around and think about it, but I'm not really worried about it either. I mean, just thinking about answering the question now, I mean, I can't imagine Alabama, Auburn not playing, or Clemson, South Carolina not playing, Florida State not playing. You know, I'm not really sure why Texas A&M don't play. I don't know if somebody got their feelings hurt. I'm not really sure what happened there. It's kind of silly, but I think it's definitely, you know, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. I mean, those are. I feel sorry for the players who don't get a chance to be a part of a true rivalry like we have here. I mean, because it is a really cool thing to be a part of when you have so many people that are invested and so passionate about an outcome of a football game. I think it's just it's a blast to be a part of, and again it's a very natural thing for me because I've literally since I was born I've been a part of it. I mean, literally, you know, it was I always joke when you're born in Alabama, you don't leave the hospital till they stamp your birth. You're either Alabama or Auburn, or you don't leave. They just keep you there. You got to declare right there, and so. I just so happened to be Alabama. My mom and dad were Alabama, and that's what I was, and that's how I was raised, and was just eat up with it, you know, and I wanted to be a part of it, and then to get a chance to be a part of 13 Alabama-Auburn games was special, and had never in a million years that I, you know, think I'd end up at Clemson, and now I'm in my 17th Clemson-South Carolina game. So it's awesome. So my whole life I've been a part of, like, this just feels normal. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have, you know, this feeling, because all games are huge. They're all big. Every game you're so invested in your team, but this game's just different. I mean, it's just a lot more juice to it, and so I just think it's awesome to be a part of it.
Coach, something we've heard from your players a lot this season is this idea of not getting too high or too low. Does it become a little harder to enforce that message with a rivalry game like this? And I guess there may be a balancing act of allowing them to buy into the emotions of a game like this.
I don't think so. I mean, we got a lot of experienced guys, and you know, I mean, it's at the end of the day, we don't prepare any differently. So that's there's consistency in how we prepare. You know, we don't. All right, it's South Carolina week. We're going to practice longer, meet longer, and it's just another Monday. It's just another Tuesday today. So there's a lot of consistency in our prep. That doesn't change. There's always, you know, outside things that you have to manage from week to week. This is a game that you just don't want to play it on Wednesday. You know, you want to make sure that you know are ready to go at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Both teams, you know, both teams will be excited to play. Both teams, if you be honest with you, if we could call each other up, we'd probably just soon play tomorrow. That'd probably be good with Will and be good with me. Let's just go play. But you know, so but it's part of the week, and again, that's what makes it fun. Thanksgiving, you know, everybody's sitting around and talking about it, and you know, getting excited about the game.
Coach, McQuamu, 24 for the Gamecocks. He had that 3-interception game against Georgia, including a pick 6, but he's got rare size for a corner. How good is that matchup going to be between he and Justin and T?
That'd be a good one. I mean, he's a unique guy in that he's a very long corner. You don't see many guys like him, and he's got great ball skills. He plays the ball well, so it'd be a good matchup to watch for sure. Very good player.
Coach, not that your team needs any extra motivation, but do you sense, especially from like the senior class, that they want to leave just like the previous two without losing ever to their rival in Columbia?
No, I mean, I don't think they want to lose at all. Yeah, I mean, it's not just losing, not wanting to lose to South Carolina. I mean, these guys that sit up here in these front rows have won a bunch of ball games, and you know, people ask sometimes, you know, what's the hardest thing about trying to repeat as a national champion? And my answer is, well, it means we got to go 30-0. I mean, how many teams have been 30-0? That's a hard thing to do, but here we are, and it's something that's not out of where we are now, November the 26th. It's not out of the realm of possibility, you know. But you can't win 30, you know, until you win 27. You know, you can't win 13 until you win 12. So it's the same exact principle. We just want to be great right in this moment, and I think that's why this team, and I think that's why our program has been so consistent, is because the hardest thing to do in sports is to win consistently. It's the hardest thing to do, no question. You know, to win over and over and over and over again. that's the hardest thing to do. But our guys have really got a great mindset. So, yeah, they want to leave here and not lose to South Carolina, but, you know, they want to leave here and not lose at all in their junior and senior year. I mean, I think that's a big focus that they have, and they realize that in order for that to happen, they got to be great in this moment because you're playing a team that can beat you. It's a team that went to Georgia and won. So, you know, this is a team that I know their record's not great, but as they say in these games, you throw these records out the window. They don't matter. You got to be best team Saturday. Nothing else matters. So you got to do the things that it takes to win, and so that's our focus. And if we do that, then hey, they'll be able to walk away saying, hey, we never lost to them. And I think that'd be a great accomplishment. Then on to the next one.
You mentioned Javon Kinlaw. Just what about him is so dangerous? And Jeff was saying yesterday that you can really tell the evolution between last year.
Oh, man. I saw him in high school, and just watching his development. I mean, he's massive. He's a massive human being. He's long, and he's powerful. He can move. He's developed great strength. So, I mean, there's really no weaknesses to him. I mean, he's a very good football player. You know, he's a lot like Dexter, you know, not quite as big as Dexter, but he's got that type of, you know, power and explosiveness at the point of attack. And again, got great length. He's playing really hard. I mean, he's a problem for everybody.
You mentioned it's hard to kind of see what their identity is on offense because of all the injuries. Just when you watch them offensively, what do you kind of see as the reasons for some of those struggles they've had this year?
Well, again, I think they've had multiple people. Obviously, they lost their starting quarterback the very first game, so now you got a true freshman walking out there that I don't think they were planning on at the beginning. And so now there's always some challenges there. But I really think he's done a good job. I think he's gotten better and better and better. They've had some inconsistencies up front, whether it be injury or moving guys around, trying to find the right combination, and then same thing, injuries outside, and just, you know, but they've done some good things, and they're very multiple in what they do. I mean, they create a lot of problems. I mean, you know, lining up against these guys, I mean, they're well coached. I mean, they're very well coached, you know, football team, and you know, but lining up, making sure that we're you know, disciplined, you know, with our eyes so that we can execute our calls. That's going to be the key for these guys because, again, they've presented so many different things. Lots of empty motion from empty back, you know, traveling guys, you know, so they stress you that way. But I think just the biggest thing is some youth, just some inexperience. They've got a freshman at guard, so just a little inexperience and a little youth, but they got some talent.
You think what your defense, the night they had against these guys last year, that was a catalyst and sort of getting them to focus and then achieve what they did from that point?
I don't think it was a catalyst. I think we played well all year outside of 2 games. I mean, we played 15 games, and 13 of the 15 we played really well. So I wouldn't say that was the catalyst that made us play great against Notre Dame or Pitt or whatever. I just think these guys are self-motivated. They didn't need to have a bad night on defense to want to go win the ACC and win the national championship. But, you know, we made some mistakes. We didn't line up well. We were bad with our eyes. Our alignments were poor. We didn't tackle well, and they played really well, especially later on in the game. You know, and we had some we subbed late in the game too, and then just didn't play well. You know, but on defense, we played about as good as you could play on offense. But they just, you know, came back and played much better from that point. We fixed some things.
Flip side of that, Brent's now had 2 weeks to prepare.